Meta CEO Mark Zuckerberg has launched a text-based conversation app called Threads linked to Instagram. Zuckerberg claimed that 30 million people have signed up for this app as of this morning. Zuckerberg has positioned the app as a friendly competitor to Twitter, which Elon Musk acquired in October. With a character limit of 500, Threads offers numerous features similar to Twitter. The app's main feed shows posts from accounts you follow along with accounts recommended by Instagram's algorithm. You can repost something with your own commentary, and replies are featured prominently in the main feed. Now, recently, Musk announced that Twitter users will be limited to viewing a specific number of tweets per day, aiming to address concerns regarding system manipulation on this platform. Here's more.
I'd say it is very much following on from the previous few weeks of let's meet in a cage and fight. An early blow has been brought in from Meta to, can we call it the Musk empire, whereas Twitter is confused, it's down, users don't know what's happening, what the status is, how do they relate to Twitter anymore. Twitter has been thrown open, then restricted, thrown open, restricted. So people are confused about where do they stand with this product and how do they use it. So very much an opportune time to step in and say, here's the alternative.
Let's do this. Welcome to Threads. That was the first post from Mark Zuckerberg as he launched his new rival to Twitter. Within hours, 10 million people had signed up. Those quick to join included celebrities like Kim Kardashian and Jennifer Lopez. Brands like HBO and Netflix also launched accounts within minutes. Threads looks pretty familiar. It's built around text posts of up to 500 characters, while users can also post pictures and videos up to 5 minutes long. It's all meant to take advantage of the chaos at Twitter since it was taken over by Elon Musk. And it has one big advantage. People can sign in with their existing username from Instagram, also owned by Meta. Since Instagram claims to have over 2 billion users, that could enable Threads to gain serious scale very quickly. It also benefits from Instagram's advertising system, meaning it could draw dollars away from its rival. Threads is available in Apple's App Store and Google's Play Store. Some new users were quick to predict Twitter's demise, but Zuckerberg advised caution. He said this was just the opening moment of the first round. But the fight is definitely on.
Let's try and get in a sense of perspective in terms of how Threads will be, especially comparisons, taking those comparisons into consideration, which are bound to happen. And for that, let me introduce Tekinder Parmar, who's the tech features editor of Insider. Many thanks to you, Tekinder. Good to see you again. 30 million users have joined. 30 million users have joined the app on its first day. Is it a good enough start for a service that's been touted as a Twitter clone?
Right. I think we need to add a little bit of skepticism to that number. On one hand, this is a very good strategy, right? Facebook has made it very easy for users to integrate into Threads. They've sent people notifications on Instagram saying, hey, you can download Threads, you can log in through Instagram. It solves a key problem when you're building a new social media platform, which is inertia, right? If you're already a part of a platform that does some of the same things that this new platform does, you don't necessarily want to leave that platform for the new platform. But if it's easy, you can just log in through an existing account and you can create a profile and fill it in with your friends from that previous account. There's more incentive to join that new platform, such as Threads.
Right. Tekinder, Threads has been called the Twitter killer app as well. Will Threads be able to address concerns that Twitter has battled so far, whether it's misinformation or even free speech?
Yeah, that's a very good question. And, for context, Mark Zuckerberg has told his employees that people are looking for a Twitter that is run by adults. Basically a jab at how Elon Musk has run Twitter since taking over. And he has left the playing field very open. If you think about Twitter has lost 2/3 of its value since Elon Musk took over 50% of its ad revenue, which is the key revenue that these social media companies rely on to make money. He's left the playing field wide open. But now when it comes to content moderation, I don't think that you can call Mark Zuckerberg an adult in the room. And for context, my own reporting shows that on various occasions around the world, when Facebook and Meta's trusted partners, these are the first line of defense against hate speech, imminent threats to people's lives, disinformation in third world countries like Ethiopia, India, Iraq, when it has come to imminent threats to people's lives, Facebook has refused to listen to its own trusted partners, its own experts. Today is the death anniversary of Hisham al-Hashimi, a prominent Iraqi historian that was gunned down outside of his home after posts on Facebook was targeting him as a CIA spy, as a spy for Israel. And Facebook was delayed in taking those posts down even after its trusted partner in Iraq flagged that content. In Ethiopia, the same thing happened with Merega Mare after his son and another trusted partner in Ethiopia was flagging content that was targeting him as a spy for the Ethiopian rebel groups. Facebook, again, did not act in time. So when we think about Meta as an adult in the room when it comes to content moderation, I think the company has a long way to go.
That's in fact a very, very strong point that you've made. And that's why I'm going to touch upon another strong point, and that is privacy. Given that Meta makes its money from tracking and profiling web users, could this app be a privacy nightmare?
I mean, all social media apps are a privacy nightmare. The ship has sort of sailed on that conversation. Social media has been integrated into our lives. Targeted advertising has been integrated into our lives. And, in 2010, we could have had a conversation of whether that's the way we wanted to go, but the dollar signs were not in the favor of privacy. So privacy nightmare or not, I don't think that's a question anymore.
All right. Tikender, let's talk about the year in which Threads has been launched. As we all know, for leading democracies, whether it's the United States or India, both the countries are headed to general election. US, of course, presidential election. What kind of role should we now expect both these platforms to be playing, whether it's Threads or even Twitter?
Yeah, I mean, you can see in the US, lawmakers are very concerned about how content moderation is going to be impacted by the most recent layoffs in these companies. In a lot of these companies, including Facebook, trust and safety teams have been some of the worst impacted by these layoffs, and that could be a huge problem for disinformation in the United States. In India, it's the exact same thing. You've seen more and more, though, social media companies more willing to toe the government line when it comes to taking down content. And that is going to be a huge boon, obviously, for the Modi government when it comes to controlling the narrative online.